everyone. Good morning, guys. Welcome to. Oh, hang on. We've got to get Thomas in. Is he gonna? There we go. Good morning, guys. Welcome to breakfast at Novax. Hope you're all having an amazing Saturday morning. I'm here interviewing the team before they go off on their Saturday adventures. Thomas, good morning.
Good morning.
First one.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Still a bit
Under the weather.
Yeah.
What's wrong? What happened?
Salmonella started me, and then the flu knocked me out.
Oh, hang on. Come like
Use
that.
this thing. Just hold it.
Yeah, no, but then anyway, salmonella knocked you out.
Salmonella kicked me down, and then the flu knocked me out. Double
Jesus,
problem.
that's no good.
Yeah.
What you have for brekkie?
No, I've barely eaten this week, actually. I think I've lost a couple kilos.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Thomas, what's the property market going to do in the next 10 years? What do you think the property market's going to be heading in 10 years? 2035?
I think on the northern beaches there's going to be a lot of development. We're already seeing that happen in places, high traffic suburbs like DY, etc. So I think the property market's going to continue what it's done in the last 10 years and just double.
Double trouble.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Thomas.
Thanks,
Have a
mate.
stunning Saturday. Who's next? Next. Oh, bit of a kerfuffle. Robbie, good morning. How are ya?
I'm good, Haz. How are you?
Good. First brekkie at Nova?
First brekkie.
Question mark?
Mate.
Nice. What'd you have for brekkie?
Brekkie? No brekkie this morning.
No brekkie.
Just had a coffee.
We've had no brekkie so far. Everyone's running on an empty stomach. That's not good.
Maybe that's the best way to do it.
Maybe. Robbie, what's your Saturday looking like today?
Got a few opens today.
Nice.
Up to the upper northern beaches. Ready to meet all the groups.
That's
coming
it.
through on a big.
Ready to do it.
That's it.
Robbie, I've got a good question for you.
Yeah.
Where do you see the property market heading in the next 10 years? 2035.
2035.
The next decade.
I see the property market being in like high tech. I feel like with all the new AI coming through, I feel like we're going to get a lot more high tech with our rentals and our homes. It's going to be a lot more highly competitive as well. A lot more competition in the properties in both rental and residential sales. I think rentals are going to increase as well. I feel like a lot of more people
Rentals are always increasing.
which we love here in property management. But yeah, I think that's where we're going to see ourselves in 10 years.
Nice.
That's
Good
it.
answer. Thanks, Robbie.
No
Have a
worries.
good day. See you later.
Enjoy.
Who's next?
Morning.
Oh,
Oi.
big man. How are ya?
Yeah, I'm good.
What'd you have for brekkie, Josh?
Coffee.
Coffee,
Yep.
cafe.
That's all right.
How many? Actually, you know what?
Only
In
one so
future,
far.
I'm not going to ask you what did you have for breakfast. I'm going to ask you how
How
many
many
coffees
coffees
have you had for
Yeah,
breakfast.
That's how we should be doing.
So, how many have you had?
Just only the one so far.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
lucky.
low.
What's going on?
No.
You sick?
Yeah. Oh, no comment.
Josh, property market. What do you think the property market's going to look like on the northern beaches in the next decade? 10 years,
Whoa.
2035. It's a
Right.
while away.
I think we're going to have a couple of build-ups like we've seen in DY over the last 10 years. If you look at some photos of what it looked like beforehand, I think we're going to start to see that all the way through to French's Forest, probably Narrabeen. We've seen a big site up there sell with development incoming. So I think a general build-up within that 800 metre radius with the low to mid-density changes will probably start to take into effect by the time 10 years. So probably, more units hitting the market that I think.
Do you think with all these new developments, there's going to be an oversupply of properties? Because Northern Beach's pricing at the moment is priced the way they are because there's an undersupply and an excess of demand. So do you think those two factors are going to switch in the future, like Chatswood?
Generally, I don't think the supply will come quick enough to outpace demand. In DY, I think 2019, we saw a record-breaking influx of population or new residents coming to the area. So that was one of the biggest influxes since 2009. I think that will continue. I think there's been a lot of talk about population, that sort of a thing.
Yeah.
And this is one of the most desirable places to live in Australia, let alone Sydney. So, no, I don't think all the units coming up will outpace demand. I think we'll see a steady double every 10 years like we've seen for the last 100 years in terms of property prices. It's
Beautiful.
just about buying right and buying at the right time.
Beautiful. Awesome. Thanks for that.
Thanks, mate.
See you later. Have a good Saturday. Oh, Shalan, good morning. How are you?
Good, good.
That's good. What'd
Gotta
you
go,
have for brekkie?
deal.
What'd you have for brekkie?
I had Vegemite and butter on toast, and I had 2 eggs.
Oh, nice. Health. That's the healthiest. You're the only person that's had breakfast so far. That's
I always
crazy.
am on.
Yeah.
It's the most important meal.
Um,
What do you mean?
It is. That's true. Sean, in the next decade, next 10 years, 2035, where do you see the property market going on the northern beaches?
I feel like my answer is going to be the same as everyone else's. I think that the property market is going to be more expensive. The cost of living is already more expensive at the moment. I think I've said this before. Sydney is one of the most expensive cities in the entire world.
That's right.
So if you think about something like that, then you're going to think, all right, well, the cost of living is already more expensive. We've got more tax, we've got everything. And the government, I believe, is thinking of more ways to be able to tax. So to battle out the cost of living, it could either go super, super high and everyone's wages could go high, or what could happen is the other way around, where it could go high in 5 years and then it will depreciate because no one's going to buy it. You don't have a customer, large on a basis if no one's buying it. It's like when you go into a coffee shop, something could be $5 from now, but in 10 years, if it's freaking $12, you're not going to want that anymore, and then you lose that. And there's an oversupply of properties at the moment, especially with the Labor Party. If anyone knows about that, so yeah.
Beautiful. Thanks, Shalan. Good Saturday. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Good morning, Jane. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm very, very good. What did you have for breakfast?
I had a cheese toasty.
Ooh, I like that. That's like
Yeah.
the most simple breakfast you can have in the whole
Literally.
entire universe.
Keeps me full.
Cracking question.
Ooh.
Property market in the next 10 years, 2035, what's
I'm-
that looking like?
Well, with the increase of technology, it definitely makes things a lot more accessible to people, and that also helps in regards to increasing property value, just based on a lot of the times property value can increase when you have more transportation nearby and just yep, I'm repeating myself, sorry, it's early. But as well as, we're experiencing a bit of inflation going up and down, and it's most likely going to be going up in future quite a bit. So of course, as all that goes up, property values will go up. I had a really good point that I thought of that I completely washed over. Sorry.
That's all right.
Started panicking.
Cool.
But yeah, look, it's gonna go up.
Always
There's
gonna go
no way
up.
to deny it. Even with people, we increase people in the population much faster than we, increase buildings. And with that, more value, less demand. I mean, more demand and less product. So it just happens. Sorry.
Nice. Have a good day, Jade. Bye. Who's next? Where is he? Oh, Johnny. You're just hiding behind me. I couldn't see you. What'd you have for brekkie, Johnny?
I had bacon and eggs. No
Bacon
scrambled this
egg.
morning and sunny side up. Mixed it up today. Yeah, why not?
Ooh,
Sunny
that's
Saturday.
my favourite brekkie so
Sunny
far.
Saturday, so I brought some eggs.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Johnny,
Yep.
property market, 10 years time from now, 2035.
Yep.
Where do you see that going?
In the last 10 years, it's done 105 to 110%. So both houses and units. So I'm thinking next 10 years, I don't think it's going to go as
We had
hard as-
COVID, though.
Yeah, exactly. We had COVID,
COVID.
which was about a 42% increase in COVID. So which is massive for that overall number. So I'm thinking probably another 50% on top of where we are now at least. It's definitely going up. It's not going down. And I think with immigration coming in, there's going to be more people coming into the area. It's not enough property, so it's supply versus demand. So I think we're definitely going to see those prices go up. It's just a matter of how high.
Beautiful. Thanks,
Cool.
Johnny.
Thanks so much.
Have a good one. Who's next? Billy Bobs.
How are you?
Good morning. What did you have for brekkie, man?
Weetabix,
Weetabix?
water, and
How many?
brisk walk to work. 4.
4.
I didn't
that's a
overdo
good.
it.
That's a good number.
Yeah, didn't overdo
It's a
it.
great number for a Saturday. What opens look like today?
I've got 2
plenty?
opens. Yes, no, 2 actually. I sold a couple in the week. So,
Beautiful.
and onboarding 2 more for next week.
Just a quiet day for you, would you say? Out and about.
Good catch up day.
Yeah.
Yeah, good catch up day. So one in DY, one in Queenscliff. Both got offers on them at the moment.
Beautiful.
And the new stuff coming on, I reckon, will sell quite quickly. It's like, that 2-bedroom, a really good value for money stock. And that
Yeah.
seems to be sort of doing, I think, the best at the moment.
Beautiful. Got a really good question, and I'm really intrigued to see your answer. property market in the next 10 years, 2035 on the beaches. Where do you see that heading, and what are prices looking like with that?
Well, the beaches is always a bubble market with like the insular peninsula. So it's very much different to broader Australia or Sydney market. But I'll just look at population growth. We're projected to grow from 27 million to 31 million, and a bit more in those next 10 years. It's a lot of people coming into the country, a lot of skilled, highly educated, great work, additions to the workforce. And I reckon that's going to mean Australian income will increase. Our minimum wage is increasing. And so property prices, are either going to have to, we're either going to have to build more property because everyone wants to live in the same places, or we're going to have to, broadly speaking, just move away from the East Coast and the coast in general and start fueling other areas. So I think Greater Sydney as well.
Yeah.
I was talking to some friends on the weekend and they were saying they bought a place up at, they were buying a place just out at like 2 hours out of Sydney and like experiencing really, really strong growth.
Wow.
Yeah, it's cool.
So on the beaches, do you think demand levels are always going to exceed the level of supply, regardless of population, regardless of all these factors?
Yeah, it creates a ripple effect. So if you think about like a wave, and then the ripples thereafter that, the capital cities are the ones that are taking the heat, but the one here, the out of Sydney areas as well are also benefiting. So look, I think
Yeah.
in the last 10
Good
years,
analogy,
it's doubled.
actually.
And I think in the next 10 years, it's on track to do the same thing. Some areas that just seems like it's like almost impossible. There's a bit of a glass ceiling on things, but I think that's where some price points are doing better than others. You look at 1-bedroom and 2-bedroom apartments; their glass ceilings have got a long way to go compared to maybe 3 or 4-bedroom homes.
Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you,
you go.
girls. Enjoy your Saturday. Good done. Where are you sneaking? You're just sneaking there. Yeah. How are you?
Very good. How are you good?
I'm good. What you have for brekkie?
No, not much of a breakfast.
Not much brekkie person.
Just water.
Just water.
Big glass of water, which is always good.
Big
For
glass of
hydration.
water,
Yeah.
hydration.
Yeah.
Dan, I've got a good question. What's the property market heading? Where is it heading in the next 10 years on the beaches? 2035.
10 years. 10 years. That's a long, long time. In northern beaches, or pretty much in average Sydney, every 10 years the property price doubles. So
Wow.
that's been the average. So we'll look at probably doubling that. And then we're seeing the DY, for example, this last year or so, a 2-bedroom apartment, the price has gone up by 100 grand.
Wow.
It used to be at 800. That used to be a standard 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 1-car apartment. Now it's climbing up to 900. So, it's looking good. So,
It's good for buyers.
exactly. Now, for sellers and buyers.
For sellers and buyers.
For people that are waiting for the market to crash, you're losing on that capital gains, is what I want to say.
Wow.
There you go.
There you have it.
Easy.
All right. Thanks for that. Have a good Saturday. See ya. Oh, hey, Stevie. One of the last ones.
Hey, Harry, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, mate. Good.
What'd you have for brekkie?
Toast and just coffee this morning.
Toast and coffee, the usual.
I did, absolutely.
Good question.
Yep.
Where do you see the property market heading over the next 10 years on the beaches? 2035.
I think if you want to look forwards, you kind of got to look backwards and see, what's it done historically, decade on decade. And we used to have just a loose rule of thumb that it'd double. I was just looking at some quick statistics on DY. The housing market through DY is 87% in the last 10 years.
Wow.
The apartment cycle, a little bit up and down, it's showing 45%, which might be very accurate for DY. I don't think other suburbs are at that number.
Right. So houses perform better than apartments. by the
Yes,
sounds of
definitely do. Always have traditionally. But what I think you'll see is just a continuing increase in property pricing and 80 to a double, 80% increase, if not double what you're paying now has traditionally been what we're seeing. You look at external factors as well, political factors as well, lending factors. Obviously, migration's a hot topic right now. I think
Yeah.
they were saying 1,500 new migrants arriving every day in Australia.
Wow.
Housing supply is definitely not keeping up with that. Worries me a little bit as an agent.
Yeah.
But it is, nothing's indicating prices moving down. If anything, they should continue doubling, I think. Scary to say, but that's how it's been for the last, 25 years that I've been in real estate.
Beautiful.
Easy.
Thanks for your answers,
Thanks,
Dad.
Harry.
Have a good day. See you later. Here he is. He's back. Back in black. How are you, Charlie?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Charlie, what did you have for brekkie?
My mum made me poached eggs.
Poached eggs. Beautiful. That sounds like a champion's breakfast. And Charlie, what's your favourite thing working at Novak?
Learning from people and experiencing the.
Learning from this guy. There he is. Look, we're doing a double whammy, double social media video right now. So learning from different people. What's your day looking like today, Charlie?
Gonna go up to French's Forest, do a
Gonna do the barbie?
cut some
Nice.
nails.
Cut some DLs.
Yeah.
Nice, beautiful. And Charlie, what do you think the property market's going to head in the next 10 years? What do you reckon?
Well, I think people are gonna have less money because a lot of the jobs are gonna be overtaken by AI, and I think if they have left not as much money, it'll be harder to buy, and also more people moving to the northern beaches to be closer to jobs and beaches. More apartments will be more expensive, and find that townhouses and apartments will be your main market because houses will be out of reach from the average person.
I think that's the best answer out of everyone in the office so far. That's cracker. All right, thanks, Charlie.
How old are you?
How old are you?
Jesus. God.
Oh my God! Thanks so much, Charlie. Have a stunning Saturday.
So
Lucky last. Whoa! How are you, Mark?
Hey, good you.
I'm good. Good. What'd you have for brekkie?
Same thing. Bit fancy. Piccolo, oat, and then I had sourdough, cherry tomato, balsamic vinegar,
Balsamic vinegar. Yep.
feta cheese in this really nice oil, but only one slice because I put on weight this week.
Oh, you do
What
it
did you
all
have for
right.
brekkie?
No brekkie.
Oy.
No brekkie today.
What do you reckon the property market's going to do over the next 10 years? Is it real estate? I heard it was lots of real estate. So that could be, some people said the question, what was the question?
What's the property market going
Ah.
to do in the next 10
do you
years
think?
on the beaches? I think we're going to see prices gradually go up. I don't think it's going to increase as exponentially it did the last 10 years. I think COVID played a really big factor in that, that drove prices up. I think rentals are going to do very well across, different types of properties. I think houses are going to do well. Apartments are going to do well. Commercials going to do well. So rent's always going to be going up, and you're seeing it in real time today. You've seen it in the past, and I think we're going to see that in the future as well. Yeah, price is going to go up. What do you think?
I reckon houses will double, units will double in value on the northern beaches. I think rents will go up a further 50% over the next 10 years on the northern beaches. I think, and equally commercial, retail, industrial. I think industrial will potentially see almost double in rent, but I don't think offices and retail will.
Oh,
Is that aggressive?
I was like, oh,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Well, 32 years, watching it, sussing it out, you get a bit of a nose. Now, if you're in any other part of Sydney and there is a lot of supply being dropped into your grid, I don't think you're going to be getting that capital growth. As an example, Ryde, Parramatta, Mascot, there is a lot of supply being dropped into those grids, those precincts, and I think that's going to put a lot of pressure on capital growth. So,
Yep.
for instance, if you look at DY, we've had about 80% capital growth, almost double in 10 years. If you look at Parramatta, they've done 11%
Wow.
over 10 years
10
because
years.
they've had a lot of towers going, a lot of building being done. Supply is the enemy of capital growth.
Wow. So lower supply,
Yes.
more capital growth over time.
Yes. Correct. Have a lovely day.
Beautiful. Thanks, Mark.
Thanks, mate. Cheers. Bye. Bye. Boom.
Oh, you got a media. So it's...
Boom.